Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for mid-September 2024. We're going to jump right in here. You have the Star Blessings card and this Energy Healing card, so there definitely could be some blessings coming in for you. I kind of feel, this Pisces eclipse that we're having is very good for water signs, and, there's no doubt about it. There are some challenges that come along with it, but, I also feel that there are blessings that also are coming in with this eclipse. So if you're watching this before the 17th, even if you're watching it after the 17th, eclipse energy can last for like 6 months. So, and here's the other thing. Again, we're having 3 Pisces eclipses, over the next several years, or however many years, 2 years technically, because we have one September 7th of 2025, and then we have one on August 28th of 2026. And so, this energy could last for a good amount of time. And, I feel there definitely could be blessings coming in for you because of it. And sometimes, although this is a very good reading, so I don't even want to say what I was about to say, but what I was about to say is sometimes something happens that doesn't look like a blessing, but it is. And so I kind of wanted to say that, so I will say it. And, sometimes we have to make a change in life, and, it doesn't really look like a blessing, and it's not till later that we see that it is a blessing. You have the Eight of Pentacles. I definitely feel that this eclipse energy in general is going to be making people focus in on work, especially water signs. So a lot of you could be getting very busy, or you could be starting something new that makes you very busy. And I feel this busy energy is actually going to be very beneficial for water signs, because you're probably busy because you're feeling motivated, because you're producing a result. And, again, that is a good thing. So if you're working on something and, you're being led because you're seeing a result, then obviously that is positive. You have the King of Cups here. I kind of feel that this is how you're showing up in the reading. I feel like you're showing up in a strong kind of position where you have explored your emotions. The story of the King of Cups is that he's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and he has explored his emotions to a very deep level, and so he understands his emotions on a very deep level, and that's the whole point. And it allows him to navigate the future very well. We have this boat behind him, and the boat on the King of Cups represents exploring the unknown. It actually has a very specific meaning. It kind of represents a time where our ancestors would get on boats, and they were just hoping to hit land, right? They were just exploring the unknown. And so you go over to the world in the same route. If you're doing anything where you don't know what is going to happen, then I feel this could be very good for you, especially if you're exploring new ideas or new directions, or even if you're exploring new locations, this would be very positive. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration or happiness, so I do feel like there could be a celebration coming in for you. This can also represent a reunion, and so some of you could be meeting up with old friends, or you could be meeting up with just one old friend or something. And I definitely get that celebration vibe off of this card. I also get a harvest coming off of the Three of Cups as well. They are celebrating a harvest, and then you go up to the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, he is analyzing his harvest here on the Seven of Pentacles. So a lot of you could be having a harvest, and then you could be analyzing the harvest. The whole point of the Seven of Pentacles is that he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is the am I getting paid enough for my efforts, right? And so a lot of you could be looking at the effort that you put into something, and you might be deciding, oh, if I put this amount of effort into something else, it would actually be better for me. And that's what I feel like you're thinking about here with that Seven of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a perfect match. If you want love, definitely could be a new person. We have the Page of Pentacles here. You have the Page of Cups at the end. Could be an earth sign or a water sign, with these two right here. And also the Page of Cups. So if you're looking for love, this would be a perfect match. Two of Cups is usually a person who's different than your usual type, so usually there's some sort of difference. Here you go. With the King of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups. I literally just said to Cancer, I have a feeling that all 3 water signs are probably going to get love readings, and I'm definitely not wrong, is what I would say. This eclipse, I think that it could be doing something for water signs for love. So if you want love, then definitely could be a love connection coming in for you. Even if you don't want love, and even if you do, it could have to do with how you love the things that are going on in your life. So it could absolutely have to do with love, but love doesn't have to be a person. Love could be you loving yourself. Love could be you loving nature, or you loving a job, right? And so I feel for a lot of you, that this eclipse is kind of like highlighting the things that make you feel the energy of love. And the Ten of Cups, the whole point of the Ten of Cups is it can represent fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family. But really, I look at tarot as actions that we have to take, because the tarot is just loose guidance at best. It's basically, tarot is just saying this energy exists, you can work with it or not. So with the Ten of Cups, we have to choose happiness. We have to do more of the things that make us feel love. And so again, this month, or for the rest of the month, if you are doing something and you feel love, do more of it, because it will attract more love into your life, right? With the Three of Cups, you have the Emperor. Ooh, love it. So again, some of you could be attracting a divine counterpart, or you could be attracting like an emperor or an empress. Take it how it resonates. Gender doesn't matter. You could just be attracting a divine counterpart into your life. I also feel this is very good for those of you that are taking action on something new in work or business, because we go up to the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So if you're doing something new in work or business, this looks very good. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Remember card and this Create card. Some of you could be remembering why you wanted to live your life a certain way. And, I think that this also could be very common with the Pisces eclipse. The whole thing with eclipses is they don't really represent the past, but they, eclipses can bring in karmic energy, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not talking about a karmic as in a person. I'm talking about like things that you are meant to do because of your karma, right? And so I think a lot of you could be revisiting like old ideas. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your September bonus reading. Maybe, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I said that a lot of you could be reinventing something or rebirthing something. You have this Ankh card. The Ankh is a symbol of rebirth. So you could be rebirthing something and remembering like why you wanted to work on something, and it could be very successful. You have the Six of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. I feel like you have moved on from a past person, and again, some of you could also be remembering why you moved on from a past person. Kind of the funny thing is that what's popping into my head here is that a person could be reminding you of why you moved on from them. So you might, again, I would be careful, at this time. I would make sure that you have your boundaries up, especially if you don't want to deal with a past person. They could be doing something that reminds you, and you're like, oh yeah, this person's an idiot. That's exactly why I left, right? So again, pay attention to that. The Six of Swords would also represent a change, and I do feel this is a big change reading because we have the Seven of Pentacles to the World at the end of the reading, and Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. So some of you might be wondering, like, is me moving on from this job or what I've been working on for the past 6 years or whatever you're doing, is it a good idea? And I would say yes, this is kind of like confirmation. So for those of you that are starting something new with the Page of Pentacles, definitely a good idea, definitely a good direction as well. The Page of Pentacles is just something new. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness as well. So if you are working on something new or doing something new, then the Page of Pentacles would say that you need to learn as much as you can about whatever you're doing. The trick with the Page of Pentacles is education. I also definitely feel this could be a new person who's interested in you, because we go down Page of Pentacles to the Death card, which is you, and then we have the Page of Cups right here. So this is like an admirer. It's kind of funny to me as well. That if you're looking for love, I feel like you could be meeting this person in public. So yes, believe it or not, you have to, crawl out of your little Scorpio den, right, with your little pinchers, and you need to get out into public and talk to people in the real world, believe it or not. I know that's unusual nowadays, especially since, everybody has an AI girlfriend nowadays or whatever, but, I would get out in public to meet this person. I feel like the way this person could approach you. This could be through friends as well with the Ten of Cups. And so it might be like a little cringy or whatever how this person approaches you, but I don't know. I would go for it. It's popping into my head. You have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords can represent heartbreak, but really the Three of Swords says make sure that you're healed before you step in to something new, right? With the Six of Swords, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yes, definitely time to heal. Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords, you're like moving on from something. Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. The trick with the Five of Pentacles, is really to not call attention to your weaknesses. The whole point of the Five of Pentacles is to double down on your strengths, and that's exactly what we need to do with the Five of Pentacles is focus on what we're good at, not on what we're not good at. And that's just all I would do here. Even, you have the Seven of Pentacles. He is analyzing what he has grown, and so you need to look at what's working, what's not working, and double down on the good stuff. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. Definitely could be a Virgo. You've had Virgo with me a bunch of times in the past, so if you're looking for love, it could be a Virgo. Could be a person who has a lot of Virgo in their chart. Again, it doesn't have to be general reading. I don't need to hear your horror stories about all the Virgos that, whine and complain about the house not being clean, or, get angry about how you do the dishes, because that's what Virgo does. But anyway, what I would say here is it could be any sign. And I feel this person is being revealed to you, or something is being revealed to you. We go down, Two of Cups down through Virgo to the Death card. For some of you, this could be a person who's waking up to you as well. Like if you're interested in a person, like a friend or something, especially with that 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is our community. This could be a person who is like realizing that they could love you. And so there you go. With the Three of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I like that there is a little bit of a general thread throughout the whole entire reading that you are improving your finances. So the Queen of Pentacles is all about resourcefulness, and so I would just keep doing whatever you're doing, especially if you're like reinventing an old idea, like a business idea, or maybe you have a side hustle. If you're kind of like coming up with new ways of doing things, or if you're reinventing ways of doing things with your side hustle, this would be very, very positive for sure. Next, in the area of what's coming in for, messages from your future self, you have this T-Rex card. It says Alchemy, Raw Power, and Base Chakra. You have a Skunk that says Conflict Avoidance, Discretion, and Lunar Energy. What's really interesting? You have the Base Chakra card, and Skunks represent Kundalini energy. They have the stripe that goes all the way down their back. So for a lot of you, and didn't you have a crate card? Yeah, you have this crate card as well. So sometimes when I get a card that's like a base chakra card, like the Devil, for example, the Devil kind of represents our animal instincts. It represents our root chakra energy. And sometimes with the Devil, I say that we have to take that energy, bring it up to our head, and express it into the world. And I get the same thing here, where it's like if you have any creative ideas or, any new ideas for your life in general, I feel this is saying like take those ideas and bring them up to your head. You might be fearing conflict because of your new ideas. I think we all do. Whenever we want to do something new, we're afraid of what people will say. We're afraid if people will expose us or whatever. We all have a little bit of imposter syndrome, right? And I feel like this is saying go for it anyway, whatever you're thinking about doing. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Death card. The Seven of Pentacles is about a change in direction. I kind of feel like for some of you, it's kind of popping into my head that this could be a quick change. It's like one of those things where it's like I get a lot of judgments in my life, like for moving, right? Like over the past few years, I've moved like 4 times at least, maybe more. And but I've really just been trying to find my place in the world, right? And I get a lot of judgment from like certain people in my life that are close to me, but at the same time, it's like my life, and all the people who have judged me for it have all been living in exactly the same place for their whole entire lives. So it's like, really, who should be the judging here, right? Doing the judging, right? Me or them? Because it's like I've done all these awesome things and explored a bunch of different places. They're just staying stuck where they've always been. So it's like, who should be doing the judging? And I feel like you need to ask yourself that question, Scorpio. It's like, who should be the one that's judging here? Again, if you're taking risks and doing things with your life, at least you're doing something. At least you're not staying stuck like everybody else. And I feel the Seven of Pentacles is kind of saying, yes, maybe you're about to make a change. Like, things that are popping into my head here are like, maybe you just got a job and you're like thinking about leaving it and going and getting another one. And people could be like, what? You just got that job and blah, blah, blah. It's like, who cares, right? Go do your thing. Maybe you got a job that you thought you would love, you hate it, and you want to start a business. Again, start that business. See what happens. Don't let people's... I get something about judgment on that Seven of Pentacles, so don't let people's judgments, kind of rub off on you. You have the Knight of Swords. I kind of feel that there could be a person who's like rushing into your life. So for those of you that want love, there could be a person who's kind of rushing in here. I actually feel like it could work. Normally, I don't like the Knight of Swords, but I kind of feel that as long as you communicate with this person, and again, if they're moving too quickly, tell them to slow down. If they're making decisions too quickly or they want to do things too quickly, tell them to slow down. But overall, I feel pretty good about a person who could be rushing in with like communication right here, and I would go for it. Next, you show up as the Death card. Whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength, really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel for a lot of you that this is just you showing up in the reading, and you're just showing up in a strong position. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Star card. Yes, see, you are meant for something greater, is what the Star says. The Seven of Pentacles, he's looking at those seven pentacles, just seven pentacles. It's not very exciting. And the Star is your North Star. You know, it is that ultimate wish fulfillment or that ultimate goal, wish, or dream that you're really trying to accomplish. So I feel like you really need to go for something that you're trying to accomplish at this time. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Strength card. I kind of feel like a unleashed energy. It's like you're unleashing something here. The Knight of Swords, it's like something can't be held back any longer. You know, this is a very kind of domestic card in a certain way. She is taming her inner voice on this card. You know, that lion is submitting to her, and it represents her inner voice, or inner critic, her inner demons, but it's submitting to her. And then you have the Knight of Swords, and it's almost like you are just kind of letting loose or something here, Scorpio. And I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. Or you know, it could be like Scorpio Unleashed. Did I just say Virgo? I hope I didn't say Virgo, but Scorpio. I feel like it's kind of like you're letting out your wild side. And we even kind of said that with the Kundalini energy on the Skunk card. It's kind of like you're unleashing something on the world or something. I don't know. With the Death card, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. Again, if you are revealing something to the world, the Hermit has a star in his lantern. He needs to let that star out of the lantern. Then you go to the Star card right here. So if with this Eight of Wands, if you are communicating something to the world, which again, we communicate to the world with the things that we do and create and have and, you know, all that other stuff. If you are, I feel this communication, which could be through expression, is going to lead to a lot of success. You have this Scarab Beetle card that says magic works through you. This is coming up in the area of the good stuff. And you have this Nightingale spirit that says love is all around. We definitely know that there is love that's showing up in this reading. The Nightingale spirit also says that you are much more capable of doing things than you think. So I have another deck, the Tarot, the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. In that deck, the Nightingale is sitting on this gigantic egg, and it's like this tiny little bird. And it says that you are much more capable of doing things than you think. Like, you are capable of doing great things, even though you're just this tiny little bird, right? And so I kind of feel this is saying you are about to accomplish great things. You have the Ten of Wands, the World, and the Page of Cups. I kind of feel like you're releasing burdens. Again, I think we're in a time of simplification where just collective energy-wise, a lot of people get the Ten of Wands. And I think that the astrology is really encouraging people to simplify the things that they're working on. And so, like, is there a Seven of Pentacles? You know, is there a better way to do the things that you're doing in life or not? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. You have to answer that question. You have to do the research. But if you do, then you'll probably find better ways of doing things. You have the World. The World is an accomplishment or an achievement. The World can also represent ending a cycle. So I feel a lot of you could be ending a difficult cycle in your life, and you could just be moving on to something that's bigger and better. You have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups could be a love offer. There's definitely a love offer coming in for you. Really great time for love. Again, you're going to have to leave the house to find this person. They're not going to magically appear in your life. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, success coming in for you, a victory. Again, I feel like you need to stand out. You know, the star is about you being the star. It's about you getting attention, about you standing out in the world. And I definitely feel that with these cards, for sure. With the World, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles would be about you stepping into the world as well. Knight of Pentacles is about making progress in the good stuff. So normally I don't like the Knight of Pentacles because he's kind of making no progress. But he's showing up in the good stuff here, which would say that you are making progress. And I definitely feel you are making progress. With the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Swords. Somebody's spying on someone here. So either you already have your eye on a person, or a person already has their eyes on you. And, you know, again, it looks to me like you could be receiving communication, or you could be communicating with a person. You have this Resistance card. Tons of resistance right now. I mean, I always say this in all the readings that, you know, I think right now we're in a time of resistance. If there's something we want to do, we probably don't feel good enough, or Five of Pentacles, or we don't feel like we can do something, but we have to do it anyway, even if we don't think we can. And if you do it anyway and you overcome the resistance, you will find abundance. So I would definitely do it. You have this Seduction card. I feel like you're very attracted to someone, or someone's very attracted to you, whatever, you know, take it how it resonates. So if you're looking for love, I would definitely, you know, put yourself out there, or do what you got to do. Looks pretty good to me. You have this devotion card. Yes, I feel like you are finding like a true person. It's kind of giving me like Capricorn vibes, even though this card is Saturn and Libra, but I kind of get those, like Capricorns can be very slow in getting into a connection, right? But it's like once they're committed, they are committed for the most part. And so, they take things very seriously. I'm not saying it's a Capricorn. It could be any sign, but again, I think that this could be that type of person where it's like they might be a little slow at first, but it's like once they get going, they are very committed. Next, you have this flattery card. Yes, again, the flattery card says that maybe what you have experienced is a person in the past where you don't see eye to eye. But it's like now you are meeting a person where you do see eye to eye, like these two people here. So I feel definitely a strong connection could be coming in for you. And you have this influence card. Yes, definitely a strong connection. I would be careful of external influences. If you meet a new person, everybody has had this year. I don't know what's going on this year, but it's like everybody has been getting cards whenever there's a love reading to be careful of like a past person or to be careful of like friends that are speaking negatively about the connection because it's basically saying don't let someone influence you out of a good relationship. It's like I've heard so many stories of the years where it's like, some bitter friend gets someone to break up with like the love of their life and they're like, is this person going to take me back? And I'm always like, well, no, you left them based off of someone else's information that wasn't true. So probably not. And, again, I always say, like, be careful. Unless you're willing to allow this person into your bedroom with you and your partner, do not take their advice, right? And go straight to the source. I don't understand why people, like, talk to other people and allow them to talk them out of relationships. I would be very careful of that. But really good reading, Scorpio. Looks really good. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.